Avengers Endgame just became the most profitable movie in history, right? It reached the $1 billion mark within 5 days of its release, and it was the fastest movie to reach $2 billion. It surpassed James Cameron's Avatar, which is a different kind of hero movie, kind of a Wild West movie set in space. But the question I want to ask is, what does this tell us? Does it mean anything for us that our culture has just gotten really enthusiastic about superhero movies? Why? Why are we so willing to shell out all this money for it? So where does the enthusiasm and longing come from? I think there's something about stories where good triumphs over evil that call out to us, that give us a certain kind of hope. You know, in some ways they're fantasy, but I think also part of it is that people are not sure whether we live in a story that good will triumph over evil. If anything, especially millennials are not sure that the past generation has handed them a story where everything's going to be okay and better, in the American dream, everyone lives better than their parents did. We're no longer sure about things like that. We're no longer sure about our country's role in the world. We're no longer sure about the truth we're getting on the news. Do we live in a story where good triumphs over evil? Are we even sure what good and evil are? But still, there's something in us that wants to. And so I think part of us, we look to superhero movies, of course, as entertainment, but also a nostalgic thing, a nostalgic exercise. Like, I wish it were so simple. I think what it also tells us is that we are willing, at least, to consider making personal sacrifices for others. Right? Because a lot of these hero stories involve exactly that. And when we watch a superhero story or a story with a happy ending, the questions that it raises for us are, how do I participate in something like that, even if it starts to cost me? Right? And so I think what it suggests about our culture is people want to participate, not spectate. They're willing to some degree. I think it forces us to ask serious questions, at least sometimes, about, well, who is the villain or the tragic hero? Sometimes villain is not the right term to use, but what is the tragic hero's role? Who is her? Who is she or he? What makes them the tragic hero? What choices did they make to get there? What type of tragic hero or villain is this? And the same question about the hero. What makes this person the hero? And I want to talk about the relevance of presenting Jesus in this mode, because when we talk about Jesus retelling our stories, he engages with all of these hopes and questions. So I'm going to talk about the structure of stories and then glance at Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Black Panther.